Hey everybody, it's Deanna Nichols, and just have a few thoughts on influence that I'd like to share with you. Whether you know it or not, you have been given a position of influence. You are influencing people every day of your life. You may think that you're not very significant, that your circle's really small, that you don't do anything important, but there is somebody in this world that is influenced by the things that you say, the things that you do, the way you respond to situations. The reason why that is something of a burden, or maybe a better way to say it is a responsibility, is because you can actually change the way people are treated, the way they are thought of, their reputations. You can stop bullying. You can stop somebody from being torn down. You can actually help somebody to be seen for the good that they offer to the world by simply using your influence. Your influence may be over your children. Your influence may be over business colleagues. Your influence may be over a group of religious folks, maybe in a church setting. You may be a teacher. Whoever you are and whatever you do, you have influence. Let me give you some examples. So if I'm in a room full of people and someone is being mistreated, I can say, I don't have to embarrass the person who's doing it, but I can shift the way that person's being treated using my influence. I can say a few words, a few kind words, a few uplifting words about that person, and I can shift the conversation. Or I can choose to contribute to the negativity that's happening about that person by just joining in the conversation, or guess what? By being silent. Silence is consent. Silence is agreement. There is no neutral. And so if you can use your influence to shift the way somebody is seen, it can be life-changing. I don't know how many of you have ever been in a moment in a situation where you have been, somebody has painted a picture of you that really isn't who you are, that you have been misrepresented, your character has been attacked, your reputation is at stake, and someone influential walks into that situation and puts their arm around you publicly. Whether I'm not necessarily literally, although you could certainly do that, but they did something that showed people that you were somebody that is to be loved and respected, and they can completely change the way people see you. I remember there have been a couple of times in my life where I watched my parents use this and show me this as an example in real life, and I learned from that. I remember that there was a family. I'm a preacher's kid, and so I remember a situation growing up where one of the other pastor's daughters was pregnant. Teenage daughters got pregnant, and especially like back in those days, back in my childhood, that was probably more of a shock than it even is today. But in our circle, and the fact that that was a preacher's daughter, it was a big deal. And everyone was pretty much publicly shunning that entire family. And so you know what my parents did? They invited them over for dinner. They invited the entire family over for dinner. They didn't make a big deal about it. They just invited them over for dinner. One reason why that was so such a big thing to do is because we actually lived in the church parsonage, so everybody knew who was coming and who was going at our house. And my parents didn't say anything, but I took that as these people are to be loved and respected, and everyone goes through difficult times, and we're just going to publicly let it be known that we're using our influence to love and respect and stand behind these people. So I'm going to encourage you, if you see somebody in your life that you feel is being made out to be a target, that people are spreading a rumor about them, and that you just don't feel like their true character and their true self is actually being represented, then you can make a difference. You can offer to have them over. You can publicly post a picture of you with them on Facebook to let people know, hey, I'm their friend. It's just simple little things that you can do to use your influence to encourage others, to uplift others. And if you see others participating in the opposite behavior, you can say something. You can do something to change that. I just want to encourage you. Influence is powerful. Everyone has it. Make sure you use it to lift others up. Shine on.